Down between Crestmont and Alameda,
right,
FM 521 through that construction zone on the South Loop. And traffic is really jammed up through downtown on 59 East Tex. 13-minute delay in this 2-mile stretch on the southbound side between Quitman and 45. Your average speed, 8 miles an hour. On the Diesel, Houston traffic.
TXU Energy free nights and solar days. 100% free electricity all night and 100% solar all day. You get 2 great things in 1 great plan. Call 1-866-CALL-TXU or visit txu.com/free. Inspired by you. TXU Energy.
Looking for straight answers to your financial questions? Tune in weekday mornings from 8 to 9 for Straight Talk Money, hosted by Mike Robertson. No hype, no infomercials, just plain talk to give you the information you need to make you a better investor. We may not be able to control the future, but we can learn to control how it impacts us. Listen to Straight Talk Money, hosted by Mike Robertson, weekdays 8 to 9 a.m. on Business 1110 KTEK.
Attention to
Although
all
it's kind of
listeners
interesting
of
this
this
morning
station
because
who suffer from any kind of pain,
when I fired up
whether it's
Wirecast,
back pain,
it wouldn't
joint
launch.
pain,
So I had
arthritis
to
pain,
reboot the
foot
entire
pain, or
computer
even diabetic foot
and then,
pain. We have
make it go.
breaking
So apparently
news.
it's working
There are
today.
changes with Medicare and insurance
Hey, good morning,
companies that may
Daniel.
benefit
Good morning.
you. These changes may
I'll say
now
good morning,
allow
Dan-
you to receive
Okay.
safe and get very powerful pain
We have
relief treatment
a
items
listener, Daniel
covered by
Gallagher.
Medicare
Have you ever met him?
and your
I
insurance.
do not believe so.
Great
Thousands
guy.
of
You need to-
customers
you
have
two
been
Daniels
sent
need
these
to meet.
proven pain relief
Houston
systems
investor?
that now may
He
be
is,
available
yeah.
to you.
He's on
With
the
your
north side.
qualification,
And he's
you
also-
could receive
also part
these
of our
pain
Right Path
relief
team.
systems,
Cool.
which may be covered by
he
Medicare
helps when
and
we
your
have our free
insurance company
event, and
at
people are
little
signing
or
up for
no
the weekend
cost to
retreat.
you
He's one of the
and
guys
include
that
free shipping.
helps meet with
Call
them,
now and
find
use
out what
the
they're looking
special
for.
code radio to activate and confirm your
My ADD is
eligibility.
kicking in
Call
looking at all
right
these
now
screens.
at
It's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
800-797-1086.
kill this one over here, so it's not-
800-797-1086. 800-797-1086. Call
And this
now.
here's just 'cause people type in questions, things like that,
800-797-1086.
Did you know that the
too
average
chicken to
yearly
call in.
repair bill for a car 5
30
years or
seconds,
older
guys.
is
All right,
more
thanks,
than
Nikki.
$1,200? Having
Welcome.
repair coverage for your car just makes sense, but the trick is not to overpay for it. With Toco
there'll
warranty,
be a
you
wall
can get
that's
a
gonna go
highly
in
rated
here.
vehicle protection
And
plan,
then the
usually
back
for
half
less
is gonna
than
be
a tank
for
of gas
video
per month.
production
And
and all
now
that
we're
sort
offering
of
a
shooting
zero down payment
educational
program
content, and
to get
this
a great
front
car
side's gonna
vehicle
be
protection
a
plan
regular
at a
video.
super low price.
We're in the
Call
process
Toco
right now
warranty
completely
at
rebuilding ours.
1-800-269-3100.
We're redoing the set completely.
That's
We're adding, we're putting in a,
Terms and
kind of
conditions apply.
The following program
organic,
does
an
not
organic modern
necessarily
background with an
represent the
industrial
views
twist
or
to it, and then
opinions of
turn
the
it more
staff,
into like a news
management,
station,
or
news set.
ownership of this
Nice.
station.
It's time to get on the right path with Right Path Real Estate Radio with Tom Perry. Get the answer to your question that's keeping you from taking action and succeeding today. Get ready. The guide that will put your fears behind you is on the air now. Taking calls at
right, fellas, stand by.
713-785-1817.
Hot mics in
Toll
5,
free 877-881-0271.
3,
Now here's your host,
1.
Tom Perry.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show, Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. That's 713-785-1817. Feel free to put your fear of calling behind you. This is a radio show where we talk about real estate investing, whether it's buy, fix, and flip, buy and hold, wholesaling. We want you to put your fear of investing in. Come on in, jump in. The water's fine. I'm excited to be joined today, Daniel Moore with Propelio. Hey, tell us a little bit about the story of Propelio. You told me I didn't know the history or the etymology of getting the words of the name of your software together. You said it's from Propel and Folio.
Propel and portfolio.
Yeah.
So, like a lot of people ask, where'd you come up with Propelio? Because
Yeah.
it's not really a word that anybody's ever heard of before. So, it's actually a contraction of propel and portfolio, and that's what our intent is with the product, is to help you propel your portfolio.
That's fantastic. So Propelio. So it's spelled Propeleo. Is that right?
LIO.
Okay, good. All right. So then I did spell it right. So you threw in an E earlier, and so so Propelio. I got it right.
Correct.
So it's so if you go to Facebook, I've spelled it correctly. It's correct on the title. So I did do that right. So tell us a little bit. How did you get started? I mean, you've got you and I met up in Dallas at your location up there, and you told me the whole background, and I think you've got a fascinating story. So why don't you tell us a little bit about you, how you got started investing, number one?
Man, I tried starting a little bit of a moving company when I was 17, and I was very much of the mindset of I'm the doer, and I was out there moving furniture and doing everything like that, and hurt my back severely. And so I was put out of work for close to 6-7 months, and during that time I just picked up some books and started reading. I was like, what do I need to do to become financially free in this world?
Yeah, it's amazing how so many people, they'll get hurt or something like that. They're on workers' comp or whatever it is, and I know you didn't have workers' comp at that time, but a lot of times people, man, they're taking their pain pills and watching Oprah and sleeping, right? Which is that. I mean, that's a ticket to poverty. And you took that opportunity to go to work on improving yourself, right? It's like if you're out physically, your mind was still working great. And that's a mind shift that I think people can take advantage of right now from listening to this. Is like, hey, even when you're down physically, you can still be up mentally. So it's like, go to work on what you can do every day, sharpen that sword, right?
That's the absolute truth. If you're not learning, you're growing stagnant. So I was doing everything I could to grow, and I read quite a few books at the age of 17, 18 years old.
That's fantastic.
And by that time,
do you remember the first book that you read that made a difference?
I hate to say this, but I remember it was co-authored by Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki.
Okay.
So I don't remember the direct name of the book, but it was a very high-level overview of real estate and investing in general. So it was intriguing for me. I had never been exposed to that before, and it was very intriguing to see what their thought processes were.
Right.
And moving forward from there, I got the bug, but I never did anything. So
Okay.
I'm like 17, 18 years old, and then time rolls around. I'm like 21, maybe 22 years old. I'm not really good with dates and times like that, but I was working as a construction guy. I was making maybe $12 an hour. And
so you decided that moving wasn't for you. So construction was the way to go. All right, got it.
I went back into construction. I've been in construction since I was 13.
Wow.
So 21, 22, I'm driving down looking for a garage sale. This is literally how it started. I was looking for a garage sale, and I noticed a house that looked like it was in really bad condition that was for sale. And I just kind of went back to those books and everything else. And I was like, hey, if that house is for sale. I had no clue what hard money loans were. I had no clue how all that worked out. It was a very interesting purchase. So I got a conventional loan on an REO that had no copper, had no roof, had no windows, had no doors. It was completely gutted of all livable things.
Oh, wow. And you were able to get a conventional mortgage on that?
Oh, see, that's the interesting part. You have lending requirements for a conventional mortgage.
Right.
And I had to meet those lending requirements.
Of course.
And I didn't know what hard money loans were, but I saw an opportunity and I wanted to take advantage of it. So I went in and rehabbed an REO and lived in an REO. I lived in the hot water heater closet of that REO in the middle of winter in Dallas without any electricity, heat, or plumbing for over a month trying to get that thing rehabbed.
So you were rehabbing it before you actually closed on it.
I rehabbed the home.
Oh my gosh.
I moved into it. I moved into it before I owned it.
Oh, so the bank owns this REO. You move in. You're living in the closet. Man, that's getting it done. What a great story. So you moved into an REO, which, hey, guys, I don't recommend you duplicating that because that is breaking a few rules there.
Yeah.
But you were living on the edge. So you moved into the closet, and while you were rehabbing it so that it would meet conventional standards.
Correct.
And fortunately, the bank, I guess, didn't do an inspection or something like that.
Well, they did an inspection prior to.
Yeah.
And, towards the end, it was really starting to look like I wasn't going to be able to close on this property. At the time, I was only my net worth was probably around $700.
Yeah.
I had to borrow $3,000 from my uncle, which was nerve-wracking for me because that was more money than I'd ever seen in my entire life.
Right.
But I used that money to buy material. I was very handy as a construction guy.
Yeah.
And I was able to get it to the standards that they needed. They sent somebody else back out there to go ahead and get the re-inspection done. And I passed my second inspection. I closed on that property. Cost me like $370, $380 to close at the title company because at the time I got 103% financing.
Okay.
They provided me 100% of the purchase price and 3% of the closing costs.
And do you remember how much you bought it for?
It was $44,000, somewhere right around there.
And you had put $3,000 worth of material and all of your labor into it, and that had taken you about 30 days. Is that right? Any idea what that would cost you retail to have hired a GC or something like that?
Yeah, now don't let me make you think that this property looked beautiful.
Yeah, right.
I just got it to the loan standards. But if I had brought another crew in to get that done, probably around $18,000 to $20,000 to get done what I'd done.
But you had done so 30 days worth of labor, and that's after because you're doing it in the after hours because you didn't quit your job to do that full time or anything like that. You're doing that at night and weekends, right?
Yeah. See, I knew that for a fact that I couldn't afford afford to rent where I was renting and do this. And there was about a 45-minute travel time between the two.
Wow.
So I'd go to work at 8 a.m., leave work at 5 p.m., and I went ahead and just bailed on my lease. I took everything that I had in my house and moved it into a storage unit. And the reason I moved into the hot water heater closet of that house was because it was the middle of winter and there was no heat or electricity in that room. So, those little gas-fired Coleman lanterns? Yeah. I was probably a carbon monoxide nightmare, but I'm living in that hot water heater closet because I could keep it warm with that lantern. I'd sleep in the closet with that lantern.
Wow.
And, so 8 to 5, at 5 p.m., I'd go over there, pick up my tools, and I'd work from 5 p.m. till probably 3 or 4 a.m.
So you have a lot of sympathy for folks that say real estate is hard, huh? Yeah. Not much at all, right? It's like, hey, quit your whine and get it done, right?
I'm very much of that opinion. Real estate's easy to anybody that wants to do it.
Absolutely.
Or you actually have to take the effort to actually go out there and do it. I mean, there's never been a point in my life where I entered into a transaction like, starting out like, hey, I know exactly what I need to do. And I know from A to B to Z what needs to be done here.
So one of the things we teach right here is that you learn more from doing than you do from books and trainings and all that kind of stuff.
Got to take action.
Don't get me wrong. You can shorten the learning curve by going to educational seminars and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
And we recommend that. But never let that be an excuse for not getting started. I mean, the world of it's. I'm always fascinated by people that post stuff on Facebook that, work hard, get it done, all these motivational, and then it's like, oh, I couldn't make it to the meeting because traffic was really heavy, or it was raining, or I'm like, what a bunch of whiners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So living in the closet, doing this deal, got the inspection done, bought the REO, $44,000. You had about another $3,000 in materials, so you're all in for $47,000. You actually lived in this house for a while.
Yeah,
right?
I had to live in that house because I had no investment capital to remodel it with. So. From paycheck to paycheck over the next 2 years, every little dime that I had that was extra in my check, I'd go to Lowe's, Home Depot, wherever I could, and find what was on clearance, purchase it, and go back to the house and put it in. I'd clean up the house and do whatever I did. So it took me almost 2 years to get it wrapped up.
Wow! And
close to the 2-year mark, right at the 2-year mark, I listed it for sale. And at the time I listed it for sale, I sold it for more than any other home in that neighborhood had ever sold for.
How much did you sell for?
100 and I don't quote me on this, but about $156,000.
Wow!
Sold for about
That's fantastic.
But I had the benefit at the time, unknowingly. I had the benefit at the time since I had homesteaded the property and held it for 2 years.
Sure.
I got to sell without capital gains. So at like 23, 24 years old, somewhere in that time frame, I was able to walk away with a $96,000, $97,000 check.
Yeah.
Coming from where I came from and how I grew up. I mean, I'm not going to get into too much of all that, but there was no
That'll
such
give
thing.
you the bug. $96,000 in 2 years' time as an extra part-time income.
Yeah.
That's a good payoff. So what'd you do from there? Fast forward, what went next? Because you've got a pretty diverse.
So I escalated, moved right into another rehab, right into another one, hit property 4. Property 4 burned me pretty good.
Okay.
I was 4 or 5. Property 4 or 5 hit me pretty hard. I had no real estate investing experience whatsoever. I had construction experience. So I was depending on a lot of other people to tell me what these properties would be worth when I was fixing them up, what I needed to do, and then I could just run the numbers and run the construction crews. So I got burnt on that one. And then right after burning on that one, anytime I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, I pick up a book and start reading. Right. So I picked up another book, went back to the Robert Kiyosaki type of stuff, and learned about, started looking at multifamily. And the book was just like, buy multifamily, cash flow it, take non-taxable income through refis, and then continue rolling that forward to leverage out. And I was like, all right, well, that's what I need to do. So like at the age of 25, I put an 83-unit apartment complex into escrow. And I sourced a key principal and got all that rolling together. And at 26 or so years old, I tried buying an 83-unit apartment complex. And the key word there was try.
Try.
I didn't make it through escrow on that. So I
want to continue the rest of that story on the other side of the break. You're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. I'm joined live in the studio with Daniel Moore. He's with Propelio, and excited to have him. He's got a great story. We're going to continue talking about that. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call, 713-785-1817. If you want to know more about his software, you can go to Propelio.com.
Propelio.com.
Perfect. So, and what's the best phone number to reach you?
We don't have a live support number. We do all of our support directly through the internet.
Okay, fantastic. So, Propelio.com and check it out. See you on the other side of the break.
Mike's off.
All right. Cool. If you need a restroom break or anything like that, we're not live on terrestrial radio, but we are live on Facebook.
Are you expecting to close accurately, on time, and with lots of communication on your home purchase? You've come to the right place. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer with Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Our goal is to give our borrowers and referral
But I
partners
actually
an
just
amazing
closed my
experience
largest
during the loan
transaction.
process.
Yeah, the commercial
My
deal.
team
I
believes
got
in
it closed.
putting people
Enrolled
and
right from that
culture
one into.
before
I'm in the
results.
process of
Our
working a
company
$26 million deal
concentrates on
now.
building
Nice.
those teams
So I
who
just
operate
closed out
with
that
structure,
$1.6 million.
process, and recognition
in the
for
process
going
of
the
working
extra
towards
mile for
stabilizing that.
you.
I've already
This way, we have
pulled
the
a lot of the
energy
rents.
to make this your
Fantastic.
best
And now
home
it's-
purchase ever.
it's on to the
Give
bigger
us
and
a
better.
call today
I'm
to
gonna
find out
say
the
that
simple
it's an
steps to get
addiction. Real estate
started.
is.
I'm
And,
Jennifer
you know, I'm
Hernandez,
getting tired
the
of cashing,
Hernandez
you know,
team
$50,000, $60,000,
at Legacy
$70,000
Mutual
checks. Those aren't
Mortgage.
exciting
Right.
anymore. I want to start cashing some $7 million checks
Jennifer.legacymutual.com
and some $10 million
or
Nice.
call
checks.
Hey, like the sound of that, Nikki?
713-579-3611. Again, Jennifer.legacymutual.com.
This one we just picked up is about a
We can't
$1.4
wait
million
to consult
capital
with you
gain with
soon.
about $180,000 a year in positive cash flow.
514-4497.
This other one we just grabbed is about a $26 million purchase,
Yeah.
and we should pull almost a $35 to $45 million gain off of it. And this is really just it's speculative, but it's a hold. So we're doing about a 1 to 2 year hold, and we're looking to almost triple our money on it.
Nice.
So
Call Foundation
That wouldn't
Check
suck.
for a
Yeah,
truly
so-
independent,
What part of the country is it in?
Foundation
it's in McKinney.
evaluation.
Okay.
McKinney,
Foundation
that's
Check
north
has been in business
northeast
since
Dallas.
2009
Nice.
and has
So-
completed
It's not a
over
land play, right? It's a
1,400
land play.
It's a land play.
$26
We're not
million
in the
land
business
play.
of
Yep.
repairing
Wow.
foundations.
So
or
it's
selling
intriguing.
you
I'm excited
unnecessary
about it. I
paperwork.
don't want to drop
So
too
we
many
are in the
details
business
on
of
it, but yeah.
evaluating your foundation.
Well, as long as
Our
long
product
as
is
you've got the
designed
capital,
for house
I mean,
flippers, landlords,
land
or
plays have always
even
scared me more than any
owner-occupied
other type
properties.
of real estate investing.
Each of our
'cause you've
files
gotta-
is
I mean,
reviewed by a licensed
If you've got the right
engineer.
capital partners,
Remember
and you've
to
got
check
the right, you got the
before
ability to
ever
debt
repair.
service, and you have the right
Call
debt in place,
346
it's really just
702
how long kind of game.
Correct.
That's
Where
346
we're at on that. So as long as you feel
702
comfortable with debt service and you've got the right
3825,
financial
or you can
partners
reach
in
us
place,
online
Yeah.
at
I mean, there's limited risk. You know.
foundationcheck.com.
If it doesn't work out in 2 years, then you just hold it for 5.
Right.
If it doesn't work out in 5, you're holding it for 10.
Right.
In the U.S.
Yeah.
Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your
Exciting.
deals.
Picking it up
well,
at $6.50 a
you
foot,
can.
$6.50 a
Quest
foot.
IRA
Yeah,
is
right.
based locally
Really
here in
feeling like
Houston, Texas.
as is market
At
value
Quest
for the
IRA,
average of
we
the
offer
properties is
retirement
closer to
accounts that
$12
can
to
be
$13
used
a
to
foot as
invest in
is.
real
Yeah.
estate,
So we're already
promissory
purchasing it with
notes,
anticipated
private
equity,
entities,
Yeah.
and we're
much
looking
more.
at probably within
Many
the
of
next
our
2 years,
clients
the
loan
majority
money
of the
from
lot
their
hit closer to
IRAs
18
to
to
fund real
$20
estate
a
deals
foot.
That's
all over
nice.
the country.
How'd you find the
we
deal?
don't sell any
It
investments
came
or
through
give advice.
one of
However, we
my
do
private
hold
lenders.
free
One of my
networking
private lenders
events,
called me up and was like, "Hey
weekly
man, we've got
educational
this awesome source.
classes,
Can you
and free
come in and help us
consultations
pull
with
this
an
off?"
IRA
Yeah.
specialist.
And I was
For
like,
more information,
I've never done land
visit our
before, but
website
as is
at
with everything in my life,
questira.com
I'll get
or
out there and
call
do
us
it. It
at
doesn't matter. So we went out there, took a look at it, saw what was going on, and I was like,
to tap
I can get
into
the money on the table for this. And within 24 hours, I was able to source a $10 million credit partner.
Quest IRA
So it
at
was like,
1-855.
that's one of the things that I have to tell everybody in real estate
Or go to
is
our website,
a lot of people are like, I need to find the money. I need to find the money.
No.
No, you need to find the deal. You find the deal, money will follow.
Time is money.
Money
on a real
chases
estate
good money
deal.
all day long.
If your insurance company is slow or
That's exactly
non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround.
Will that product
on
ever
quotes
be
or
available in
binders?
Amarillo?
The
I'm
agency
taking
for that is
classes to get my
Benchmark
license,
Insurance
but this would be
Protection.
helpful up here.
The team at Benchmark understands
Most
the
definitely,
investor
we are
mindset.
looking to take
They know
care
what
of
you
all
need
of the
and when you
secondary
need.
markets
We're
here in
here for
Texas
you.
next. We've already
Are
moved
you a
into Corpus
rehabber,
Christi and
wholesaler,
Waco, pending
buy and
release in
hold, or
there.
flipper?
And then after that, we're moving
Bundling
out
your
to
properties on
the
a
west
single
and east
policy
Texas
will help
areas
save
like
time and money.
Longview,
Benchmark has
Odessa,
been in business for
Amarillo,
over 10
you know,
years.
those
We
types of
insure over
things.
30,000
we're
30 seconds, guys.
slowly
Did you
moving
place
up
like
north.
Wichita
Our
Falls?
exclusive investor
All of it.
package.
Yeah, we just
Call
bought a
us
house last
and
week
let us
in
show
Wichita
you
Falls.
what we can do for you.
Interesting.
281-569.
I'm not bragging, I'm just saying.
That's
Wichita Falls hit a hard
281-569-4355.
part not too long ago with their water
Or
drought.
online
You know,
at
so I don't know what their market did after that.
That's
But I know they went kind of soft when that water hit.
That's
You know, anytime you have a
a
military base, that's always helpful
benchmarkbroker.com.
because you're going to have stable jobs and things like that. And this is really close
This
to military
is Business
base.
1110.
It's all about buying cheap.
Call
Right?
Tom at 713-785-1817 and look for us on Facebook Live.
You buy
at
right. You make your money on your buy.
Facebook.com/RightPath
It's the
Real
truth.
Estate.
You just get it when you sell.
All right, guys, you ready to play radio?
Now, let's play radio.
All right, hot mics in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. You can check out Right Path Real Estate on the Book of Faces. Go to Facebook.com, go to Right Path Real Estate. Like our page there. You can follow everything we're doing there. Or just go to our website, rightpathrealestate.com. You'll find out about all the events. I know we're doing an event in Dallas tonight. So feel free to go to the Right Path Real Estate website. event. Register for the event. It's free to attend. And in fact, Jason's on a plane right now as we speak. Going up there, going to be doing it at 7800 LBJ. It's also 7800 Alpha. The hotel actually has 2 addresses. It's just west of Central Expressway. I'm also excited to be joined live in the studio with Daniel Moore. He's with Propelio. It's Propelio. check out their website, propelio.com. I'm going to put it on the Book of Faces as well. And so you were telling us a story going into the break about just transitioning, like fourth or fifth house that you did, you lost money. Tell us what you learned from the first deal you lost money on.
I learned that I knew construction. I didn't know real estate. I saw other people around me doing well, and I was trying to mimic what they were doing, but I was depending on a lot of other people for my real estate investing advice. I was depending on real estate agents. I was depending upon wholesalers, and I was depending upon other people to tell me what the numbers were supposed to be. And I could understand the construction budget. I could handle that, but telling me what the house would be worth in the future was something I didn't know how to do. 4 or 5 houses into it, I didn't even know what ARV meant. I didn't know what CMA meant. I didn't know what any of those terms meant.
Right.
I just knew that a screw went into a piece of drywall, and that's what I knew. So my biggest mistake on that was depending upon others without having my own true knowledge of what the deal was.
Got it.
And that's my fault.
So how many deals had you done, and what kind of led? Because you were doing real estate deal, and a lot of people just once it's lather, rinse, repeat, right? You just keep doing the same thing over and over and over. Guys that farm corn, they continue to do corn. They never branch out and do other stuff, right? So you were doing the real estate thing. How did that transition into you being a software guy?
Man, so 2000. I guess I'd moved into, probably at this point in time, I'd done 40 to 50 properties, and I was in a mastermind group with many other real estate investors with various backgrounds. And I had some issues in my back office that I was needing to have resolved, and I was trying to coordinate my team members to get some things going. And it just so happened to be one of the other members in that mastermind group was a software developer.
Okay.
And I approached him and I said, hey, this is, if I could do everything I wanted to do, this is what I would want to do for my business.
Okay.
And I outlined to him what I needed done to solve my current problem. And I was like, what would it cost to get this done? And he quoted me about $10,000 to $12,000. And I was like, all right, not a big deal. Here's $10,000, let's roll.
Yeah.
And we got that going, got that rolling. And as he started looking and seeing my mind map of like what I wanted to do for my business and all the things that I wanted to have incorporated into that, he's like, man, I'm not going to play around. This is, a 7-figure plus project, and we're going to be looking at several years to complete it. And, that wasn't really on my pathway at that time. I was like, I
10,000 understand. Seven what?
Yeah.
Does that include the decimal points?
So,
we're talking about for software, right? We're not talking about marketing, things like that. We're talking about software, right?
Yeah, that was strictly just to build out the product that I currently had mind mapped.
Right.
And I was like, that really isn't feasible. And through discussions, through the mastermind group, it came to light that we're like, you know what? How about we do this, but we do it in such a way that we can build it for you, but also benefit everybody else at the same time.
Sure.
So we took my mind map. Nate Worcester is my business partner. Couldn't have done this without him by any means. Mm-hmm. And he and I sat down, looked over the mind map, and said, let's start with this. And it's going to take time, but we'll start with this and we'll slowly start adding on. So what currently is available out there right now is maybe 5 to 10% of that total mind map.
Wow.
Within the next 2 to 3 years, you're going to see everything that's out there just grow exponentially. We're currently hiring on more developers. We're bringing on more staff. We're quickly ramping that company up, and it is going very well. I mean, our feedback from our users, you can check out our user ratings on Facebook. I mean, we have like 5 out of 5 stars. I mean, we do everything we can to provide the best product to our users.
So let's talk about the product itself. What all does it do? If I'm a brand new investor, how does it benefit me?
We help you source off-market leads, some of the best leads available. We get them out there.
When you say off-market leads, what do you mean? Not deals on MLS, right?
Right.
Okay, so how do you find those off-market deals? How does your software do that?
I'm a real estate investor first and foremost.
Right.
When I got started in this business, I was going out and trying to get leads, and I was finding that I needed quality leads. So I kind of pulled back and I said, I'm going to get all of my own leads. So I started hiring my own virtual assistants out of the Philippines to come in, and they would go into the county clerk's office daily, county clerk's website daily, and scrape all the data for probates, affidavits of heirship, notice of trustee sales, appointments of substitute trustees, and I'd get those all within 24 hours of them being posted on the website.
So all the freshest stuff.
Yeah, I wanted fresh leads. And
absolutely.
I would immediately grab those, and I would then send out marketing to them, either cold calling, door knocking, or direct mail. And through that, I realized that my success was really growing from the quality of my lists. Well, that is one of the things we do with Propelio. Is every market we enter into, we go into the counties and we figure out what systems need to be put in place to gather that data from the county clerk's website, and then we extract it and release it every 24 hours.
Aren't all county websites exactly the same?
Oh no! Some of them are still in 1980.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think some of them are pre-1980. Some of them I think work on 300 baud modems.
It is bad.
Right.
So we've put together a team. It's a rather massive team of people, of just data scrapers. I mean, they go out there and they're constantly
So they're manually scraping the data, doing the searches, all of that, and then they're manually uploading that into your system to be able to. So just to be able to create that on your own. I mean, why do that, right?
So every 24 hours we release this, and even if you wanted to do this on your own, we're going to do it for cheaper than what you can do it.
Yeah.
For us to do just that for you, our price is $89 a month, and we charge, and it's about $3 a day. There's no way you could justify doing it on your own. Why would I not pay myself $3?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we do that. And then above and beyond that, once you
do your marketing, comes out as an email, correct?
Yep.
So that's not actually on when you log in. You don't see that on this. There's no buttons to click or anything like that on the site.
No,
that's just an email that comes out.
We send out an email with Excel documents every single day. That is actually being revised. We're bringing that into the application here, so that we could go in there and say, I want these dates, these things, and then sort it and filter it like that.
It'll actually be in the software.
Yep. So that's almost ready for release right now. It's been ready for release for like a week, but it kind of is how things flow.
Right.
So above and beyond that, you start doing marketing. One of the biggest things that you're going to need to take care of is your due diligence. And one of the biggest stop gaps in real estate investing is getting the comps.
Yeah.
You need comps. And so what we have available there is this Propelio.com is a real estate brokerage website. So in Texas, it is a non-disclosure state, so getting access to comps can be difficult. But just like you'd talk to your real estate agent via email, via text message, or a phone call and asking them for comps, Propelio.com is a very similar source where you can go in there and say, I need comps for 123 Main Street. The difference is when you go to Propelio.com, there is no delay between the responses.
So the system's pulling comps right there on the spot.
The broker's returning comps immediately. I'm talking about half a second. You've got comparable sales in front of you, and once you have the comparable sales in front of you, you can go through and based upon your exit strategy, what am I going to do here? You know, am I going to wholesale this? Am I going to wholesale it? Am I going to rent it? Am I going to flip it? What's my exit strategy going to be? Go through and weed out the properties that don't best reflect your exit strategy, and then come up with a retail value for that property in the matter of 20 to 30 seconds.
And I get all that for $89 a month.
You get more than that for $89 a month. We're not even halfway through the product.
What else do I get?
So another thing that we also do is for the people that are looking to purchase discounted properties on the MLS, we have algorithms that run on the MLS daily. And what they're doing is they're looking at the property's listed price compared to what properties that are in similar size, age, and condition nearby are selling for. So if I can see that other properties sold for $180,000, and all of a sudden within a quarter mile of that, I got another property that just popped up at $80,000. I got $100,000 potential gross equity spread on that. Maybe I should flag that for somebody to look at, so that way they can go out there and make an offer.
So you can filter massive amounts of data automatically. So then look for the outliers, the things, and then be able to focus on that with a live human being.
Yeah, see, like I can pick a market, and since I am a Dallas guy, I'll talk about Dallas. But I want all properties in Dallas that are single family. Well, that's about 5,000 properties right now that are active and available. Well, now I'll say I want properties that have at least a $40,000 discount. Well, now that drops me down to, let's say, 100 houses.
Right.
And now I'll say I also want properties that have at least a 40% discount of retail, because there's a difference between a $40,000 discount and a 40% discount off retail.
Right. Yeah, because $40,000 discount on a $1 million house is not a very big discount.
Yeah. So I'll say I want
a $40,000. That's not even your closing costs.
yeah. So I want a $40,000 discount and 40% off retail, and that'll leave me 8 properties left.
Right.
Now, it is a computer that runs algorithms. It's called an automated valuation model. So a computer's trying to determine what the value of that is, and there is room for error on that.
Sure.
But I narrowed 5,000 properties down to 8. I can go through those 8 properties real quick and look through and say, you know what, I need to go make an offer on that one, make an offer on that one. That one's not a deal. There was a mistake. But, you look at 8 properties and you got 4 to make an offer on in 10 minutes.
Yeah, you can filter a lot more data a lot faster. Yeah.
So that's something you can't really do with the MLS. You can't go to the MLS and say, show me all discounted properties.
Okay, so I'm joined live in the studio with Daniel Moore. He's with Propelio. He came up with the name by combining Propel and Portfolio.
Yep.
So he
2
wants to help propel your real estate portfolio into a better future, really, right?
Oh, yeah.
And
Most definitely.
so
And we're doing it.
No phone number, but you can go to propelio.com. That's Propelio.com. I've posted it on the Book of Faces. And then Ginger says, I need that. LOL, difficult to get good comps in a timely manner if I can get them at all. Yeah. And she's a listener up in Amarillo.
It's unfortunate that we can't service them. Right now, what we're servicing is the major metropolitan areas
Houston,
of DFW,
Dallas, Austin, San Antonio.
Houston, Austin, San Antonio. We're pending release in Corpus Christi right now, pending release in Waco, and we are moving out to East and West Texas very soon. We are also nationwide. I mean, we're in Florida, Utah, Chicago, Missouri.
How many states are you in?
7, I believe, right now.
And you get all of those. It's not like you've got to buy market by market by market, right? If I sign up in Houston, I get Houston, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio.
Most definitely.
I get all. You said how many states?
Right now we're up to 7. So you get the lead list, you get the comps, you get everything we offer. There's no
all 7 states.
All 7 states.
So if you can't find a deal there, so are you wholesaling deals in other markets?
I'm not wholesaling any deals. I'm a Dallas investor.
Yeah.
I've really pulled away from wholesaling. One of my mentors told me if you want to do bigger and better, you need to start adding a zero to your deal.
Yeah.
So I went from a $1.5 million deal to a $3.4 million deal,
right.
And now I'm in the process of a $26 million deal. So it's all about going big.
Hey, so if you're having trouble, if you're not a real estate agent, you're having trouble getting comps, and you want to get comps in the 4 major metropolitan markets of Texas, or you want to look at the other 7 states that they offer, go to Propelio.com. Check them out. Hey, Daniel, it's been great. Thanks for coming in. So,
thank you.
I've had Daniel Moore with Propelio in the studio, and great contact. Enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nikki.
Mike's off, guys.
Have you ever experienced the pain of trying to get MLS comps for your hot lead? If you've lost deals waiting for MLS comps, you can understand the frustration. How much would it help you if you no longer had to wait for a real estate agent to get you the info you need to close a deal? Propelio is a brokerage website that gives you instant 24/7 access to high-equity lead lists and comps with access to a network of the top real estate agents. Get an edge on everyone else. Get a free 7-day trial today by going to getmlscomps.com now. That's getmlscomps.com.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give NextGen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree. Single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
Nate's on
Real estate investors.
Okay, cool.
If you're not familiar with QuestIRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or visit our website at QuestIRA.com.
Investor loans offering up to 100% financing are still available. You just have to know where to look. Look no further than Noble Mortgage. Noble Mortgage is a full-service mortgage company that's been helping investors since 2003. Noble Mortgage offers up to 100% financing to investors that covers purchase, repairs, and closing costs. In addition to private money, Noble Mortgage offers conventional loans, FHA, and even no-income documentation loans for both residential and commercial properties. Call and ask about our 5-point guarantee, which includes free pre-qualifications within 2 business days. Call 713-680-8100 or visit noblemoney.com. That's noblemoney.com. Our team has over 50 years experience in the mortgage industry. Call us today, 713-680-8100, or visit us on the web, noblemoney.com, noblemoney.com.
NMLS 292143, 8203 Willow Place Drive, Houston, Texas, 77070.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties.
Tom?
Whether it's a flip rehab or a rental rehab, we manage every aspect of a rehab from start to finish with a highly efficient, standardized process.
Over the last 6 years, Fast Track has completed over 700 projects, which has helped us to create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done, train and maintain quality crews so it gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992, or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
This is Business 1110.
Call Tom at 713-785-1817 and look for us on Facebook Live at facebook.com/RightPathRealEstate.
All right, Tom. Hot mics in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817, or catch us on the Book of Faces at facebook.com/Right Path Real Estate. We also have an event coming up tonight in Dallas, Texas. You don't want to miss out on that. If you're in Dallas, you're listening in on Facebook, you want to go to the Dallas Wyndham at 7800 Alpha Road. Jason's going to be up there talking about the third quarter market predictions. You can go to Right Path Real Estate, register for free on that. Find out about all of our events there. Joined by telephone on our call-in hotline, Nate, QuestIRA. What's going on? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing great. Tom, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic, thanks. So what's new in the world of investing with your IRAs?
Well, there's always new and exciting stuff with Quest. I would say that I think the word is getting out throughout the United States, really, that people are finally realizing that they can do more with their retirement accounts through self-directed IRA, and we like providing that education and basically getting out there and telling people, hey, you can use your IRA or old retirement accounts to invest in real estate or other things outside of the stock market.
So if I'm a brand new investor, let's say I've been working in oil and gas or healthcare or something like that, and I've got an old dusty, IRA with, one of the big financial institutions, what's the process of getting started with you guys? Do I come in and meet with you? Do I call you on the phone? Do I email you? What's the best way to get in contact with you guys and to roll my fund out of the old dusty, financial institution and roll it into y'all's new exciting product?
There's a lot of different ways you can reach out to us. We have a website, www.questira.com. Contact information is on there, but more importantly, there's a wealth of education on there, which I always encourage people to check out first before they get into self-direction. But once they decide that they want to reach out to us, either through the website or through our phone number, 281-492-3434, your first step is you want to ask and speak to an IRA specialist. These are people that are highly trained in all the IRA rules, and it's important to understand the IRA rules more firmly when you start self-directing your IRA, because there are some pitfalls that you want to try to avoid. So I always encourage people to talk to one of our experienced IRA specialists, ask all the questions. They'll kind of give you the general overview of how the self-directed IRA works. And from that point, it's pretty self-explanatory. You open an account, which is basically an IRA like you would open up anywhere else. You fill out an application, and we can have the account open for you the very next day. And depending on how you're moving money over, if, like you said, if you're doing a rollover from one of those old employer plans, typically all you need to do is just contact that old employer and tell them, hey, I want that money rolled over to Quest IRA, and here's my account number. They typically will cut a check, and it'll go directly to Quest. And then that cash will be available to you here at Quest as an IRA cash investment that you can roll into real estate investments. And the only thing that's different in that aspect is that you're still doing the legwork to find the investment, but you're directing us to make the purchase on behalf of the IRA, which is the same thing you do at Fidelity, but you just push a button to buy stock. we still have to work through the real estate process, title companies and all that type of stuff. So once you get through that, once you get the account open, the money moved over, and you make that first purchase, it's like riding a bike. But I will say it is new territory for most people who, because they haven't done it before, because someone else has been managing their account and doing all the investing.
So it's not just IRAs that y'all do. I mean, tell us about some of the other accounts that you do as well.
Yeah, we have 7 types of accounts, actually. We have personal plan IRAs, which would be your traditional IRA and your Roth IRA. Most people have traditional IRAs, which are just your pre-tax buckets of money. Typically, if you have one of those old employer plans like a 401k or 403b or TRS or something your employer set up for you, typically that's just a pre-tax bucket of money. And when that rolls over into an IRA, that rolls into a pre-tax IRA. That's called the traditional IRA. We do a lot of education, however, on the Roth IRA. Roth IRA is a great tool if you want to build tax-free wealth, and I know a lot of real estate investors hate paying taxes, so one of the keys to minimizing...
But that's exclusive to real estate investors, right? Only real estate investors hate paying taxes, right?
Well, everybody hates paying taxes, so nobody likes paying taxes, but I talk to real estate investors on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
And I just know how it really prods at them. But again, yeah, like you said, nobody likes paying taxes.
So I want people to recognize that they could be like a private money lender, for example, and they don't actually have to be a real estate investor per se, but they could be in oil and gas or healthcare or any, in any field where people are living on less money than what they make. And that's the key thing is, they've accumulated some wealth. It's in a retirement account. They want to, right now, safely and securely, it's hard in the marketplace to get, decent returns. And I find the more people try and get above average returns, the more they're taking on risks that they don't actually realize. And, I was looking at doing a quick study of the Fortune 500 companies and what their PE ratios are. And it's at like 28.5 is the average PE ratio. It means if the company distributed all the dividends for the next 28 and a half years, you'd make your money back. I mean, that's a ridiculous rate of return and a tremendous amount of risk involved. I mean, there's a lot of room for that to fall, and it's just speculation to make it go up. And if you want to start investing safely and securely, roll out of the financial markets and into real estate. I think it's a lot safer, and you guys make that really easy to do.
Yeah, and again, the numbers don't lie. I mean, when you look at the average American family, what they retire on in total retirement funds is $65,000. So I don't know how people plan to retire on $65,000 when that's the average American retirement. And again, 98% of America's wealth is invested in those traditional investments, those mutual funds, those stocks, those bonds. So if you just look at those two numbers alone, it shows you that's kind of a fallacy on how you should, the proper way to save for retirement. So I think the best thing is to diversify your investments and look to some non-traditional investments. And real estate's a great way, whether you're buying the real estate directly through the IRA or doing a loan, like you mentioned. You can make money in real estate without owning the real estate, and that could all be tax-free to your IRA. And truthfully, most of our clients do use a passive approach when using their IRA. Most of them just own promissory notes secured by real estate, and they make above-average returns. It's secured by something tangible, and all they're doing is mirroring what banks do today to make money on their money. So, but yeah, I mean, all sorts of investments are possible. We have those personal plans I mentioned. We also have employer plans for anybody who's self-employed. They can self-direct a SEP IRA, a simple IRA, or even an individual 401k. We have that here. And if you're looking to pay for the kiddos' education expenses with tax-free money, or pay for some of your out-of-pocket health expenses with tax-free money, we also have a Coverdells education account that can be self-directed and a health savings account that can be self-directed, which are wonderful tools to pay for today's needs with tax-free money, not just for your retirement needs.
You know what I love about what y'all are doing over there at Quest is that y'all obviously do a great job of being the custodian of, the 7 different types of accounts that y'all do, and, being able to manage, from a fiduciary responsibility standpoint, those accounts and things like that. But y'all also do an amazing job of educating new people about what's different about, self-directed investing versus the traditional financial, industry investing. Because let's face it, the financial industry, doesn't really educate people about what self-directed means. They go, oh yeah, you can self-direct. You can pick this healthcare fund, or you can pick this, this REIT, or what. If you want to do health, if you want to do real estate investment, do it in this REIT. Well, there aren't many REITs that I know of that are a very good investment. Actually, there's there's a few smaller ones that are pretty good, but the bigger ones, the fees and all that just kind of kill the investment. But not only that, y'all have developed this community where if I'm a person that has accumulated a tremendous amount of wealth and I feel uncomfortable, I don't really know, where do I invest and those kind of things. Y'all are educating on the types of investment that you do, but then within y'all's community, I mean, y'all have some incredible networking events and things like that. When's the next networking event that y'all are going to have, or education event that you're going to have here in Houston?
Well, we have weekly classes that are always available to anybody either living in Houston or, we broadcast them live on the Book of Faces, like you like to say.
Yeah, right.
So anybody can watch them anywhere. But the live classes are a great tool for any investor, in Houston looking to network and get some education. So every Tuesday we have live classes at our Houston office, 9:30 in the morning Central Time and 6:30 p.m. Central Time. We also have a class in Dallas on Wednesday nights at 6:30 if anybody's up there interested. So that's a weekly thing. So weekly classes every Tuesday. And like you said, it's a community of investors. Most of them have been using self-directed IRAs for their own retirement investments for decades. And most of them are pretty savvy investors. So not only do you get the education on the self-directed IRA itself from us, but you also get a lot of education through some of the networking and some of the phenomenal investors that come through our doors, like yourself and Jason and all types of stuff. So it's a great way to get education, meet people, and also find some private money.
Yeah, absolutely. For folks that are just getting started, they say, well, I don't know how to find money. A great place to go to find private money is to go to a QuestIRA event. And I'm going to ask this question. I already know the answer, but I'm going to ask this question because I love the answer to this question. So y'all hold weekly events at y'all's facility, and you provide the place, and I know there's an expense for you guys to do all of that. So what do you charge your guests that come to the event on a weekly basis?
Nothing. We don't charge a dime.
What? I love that answer.
It's completely free. It's completely free. Like taxi, it's completely free.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I knew the answer to that one already, but I love the answer. I just had to ask the question. And because, it's free, guys, so you've got absolutely no excuse to start your educational process. You can go every single week, either to Houston or Dallas, regardless of where you're listening or watching. Or you can't even but Tom, I'm not in Houston or Dallas. No excuses. They broadcast it live on the Book of Faces, so you can go there and do that also. You get the exact same level of education doing it on the Book of Faces, just going to their page. Like their QuestIRA page on the Book of Faces, go to their website, QuestIRA.com. I've posted it on our live feed on Facebook. Or you can call them. What's the phone number?
281-492-3434. Or if you want to call our 800 number, it's 1-855-FUN-IRAs. So FUN-IRAs.
But not only do y'all do the free events on a weekly basis, y'all have also other events. So you want to make sure, what's the next major event that's not one of the free weekly events? What's the next one of those? Because you do boot camps.
Our next major event in Houston, is our Houston boot camp on September 30th. It's an annual event. We do it on a Saturday. It's a crash course on everything you need to know about self-directed IRAs. So check that out. It's the only event we charge for, but it's because we fly in experts from all over the country, so we try to just recoup some of the bill. But again, it's $99. The wealth of education you walk out of there with, I guarantee.
Yeah, 8 hours of education for $99. You want to go to QuestIRA.com. Check it out. It's September 30th. Mark that on your calendar. You don't want to miss it. Thanks, Nate. Thanks for joining us.
No problem. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Mic's off.
Cool. All right. I'll be right back.
Have you ever
4 minutes?
experienced the pain of trying to get
4
MLS
minutes.
comps for your hot lead? If you've lost deals waiting for MLS comps, you can understand the frustration. How much would it help you if you no longer had to wait for a real estate agent to get you the info you need to close a deal? Propelio is a brokerage website that gives you instant 24/7 access to high-equity lead lists and comps with access to a network of the top real estate agents. Get an edge on everyone else. Get a free 7-day trial today by going to getmlscomps.com now. That's getmlscomps.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes, binders, and the agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. It's there for you. Call Houston's leading real estate risk management experts, Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas, 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Are you a realtor or seller that is concerned about the new TRID rules and closing on time? I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer at Legacy Mutual Mortgage, and we have mastered the 30-day close. We close on time, accurately, and with tons of communication. You'll have a dedicated team of a coordinator and a contract-to-close associate. Give me a call today at 713-579-3611, and let's talk about how we can help you on your next transaction.
Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. NMLS 514497.
You've inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give NextGen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree, single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
Are you an active real estate investor? If
1
so,
minute.
a real estate attorney is a crucial member to add to your team. Contact Ehlert Law at 346-231-1120. Ehlert Law serves clients in real estate and business law with principal offices in Houston and their acquisitions and dispositions. We are equipped to serve you in your residential and commercial real estate law needs. Contact Ehlert Law at 346-231-1120. We draft and review docs and structure transactions and represent you in disputes and litigation. Or choose one of our transaction packages to cover your sub-2, wholesale, wraps, or private financing deals. Our business and commercial services include business contracts, entity formations, and business consultations. If you need a reliable, dedicated firm to serve on your team, contact Ehlert Law at 346-231-1120. 346-231-1120. Paid for by Gerald Ehlert, principal offices in Houston, not board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization.
This is Business 1110.
Call Tom at 713-785-1817 and look for us on Facebook
All right, Tom.
Live
Hot
at
mics in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. Want to say thanks to all my guests for joining today. If you're in the Dallas market area, you need to make sure that you go and visit the event that Right Path Real Estate is doing at 7800 Alpha Road. It's also 7800 LBJ, which is where Coit, Alpha, LBJ is Loop 635 for those of y'all that are new to the Dallas marketplace. So it's just west of Central. So it's pretty much the northwest corner of where Central Expressway, which is 75, which is Interstate 45 for you Houston folks. It's just that it's the same freeway. And then LBJ, the northwest corner of LBJ and Central. So go there. We're going to be talking about the third quarter market predictions for the Dallas marketplace, Dallas Fort Worth, the HEB area, all of that. So you don't want to miss that. Also, next Thursday here in Houston is going to be our next event. But more importantly, put in your Google search rightpathrealestate.com. Go to our website. Check out all the free events that we've got coming up. You don't want to miss them. We're averaging about 150 people at our events right now. It is great networking. There's private money in the room. There's hard money lenders in the room. There's plenty of money in the room. There's lots of deals being done. There's great resources from general contractors to inspectors to plumbers to electricians, everybody that you would need. So if you've ever thought about getting started in real estate investing, whether you're buy, fix, and flip, whether you're wholesaling, whether you are buying and hold investor, all three of those are great ways. And I'm not going to say that one is better than the other because they're all like different tools in the toolbox. Depending on where you are in the cycle of being a real estate investor or where you're trying to get to over what time horizon. You know, we have people in our mastermind group that are in their 60s, and their time horizon, what their goals are different than the people that we have that are in their 20s or 30s. But we have people that are just in all different phases of all different parts of the educational process that are just killing it from a real estate investing standpoint. Because we tell the truth right here at Right Path Real Estate. If you want to listen in, we give it free of charge every day on the radio. All you got to do is text in questions on the Book of Faces, or you can text in comments or call us at 713-785-1817. So you've been listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. I will be in the studio again tomorrow. Normally it's Jason, but he'll be on a plane coming back from the Dallas-Fort Worth deal.
1 minute.
1 minute left to go. Okay, cool.
We
you
can wrap it up.
can go to QuestIRA.com. You can go to Propelio, and then Noble is actually out on vacation, so he's going to be in another show in the future. And you've been listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
All right, Tom. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Live Facebook, folks.